Yes, sir.
Okay, so we're going to talk about your base first, okay? And then we're going to get into a wrist lock, okay? So first thing is we're talking about somebody just simply coming up to you and just shoving you, okay, and pushing you. And that might be kind of how something starts, okay? How, you know, if there's a bully or, you know, somebody upset, okay? That might be how something starts, okay? It's just a push. Now, what I want you guys to do is, just like in sparring, okay, we don't spar each other right here, okay? We do for a brief moment, and then we're back out, okay? So in sparring, if my partner gets closer to me, I work on keeping my distance, to keep distance, okay? Now, I want you guys something to always be aware of. If I see that Mr. Ferris is getting upset and angry, more like just normal. Okay, yeah, he's getting angry, okay? If he's getting closer to me, I'm not going to let him get closer to me. Okay? You do a good job. Getting angry. Okay, all right, so now, if I ever see somebody getting close to me, I'm backing up and I'm getting red. My hands come up open, okay? Not like this. Ella, if I look at you like this, what does this mean?
I'm going to fight you.
It means let's fight, okay? I never want to send that message. I always want to say, hey, let's see if we can talk about this first, okay? Before we, if there's a fight. Okay, so, getting to that. I don't want to ever get pushed, pretty strong, and be off balance. You guys see that? Okay? I can be pushed into a wall or lose my balance and fall over. Okay, so in slow motion, what's happening is all that my weight is getting behind my heels. Okay? So, first of all, if somebody's ever getting closer to me, I'm going to come forward. My hands are up. Okay? And what we're going to practice is actually getting pushed. Okay? Now just put your hands up. Okay? Now look, I'm leaning into Mr. Ferris. I'm on my toes. Okay? I'm going to make sure that my head never gets behind my movement. If my head gets behind my rear end, that's when I lose my balance. Okay? So if he pushes, my hips go back. Okay? So we're going to do a fun little drill. Okay? Where we get to push each other. Okay? So I'm going to go towards Mr. Ferris first. I'm going to start off just nice and easy. Okay? So first of all, he's not going to let me get here. And we are going to keep our hands down because we're just pushing. Okay? So he's going to find his base. Okay? And I'm just going to come in. Now that you're set, now I can push. Ooh. A little more down. Now he's going to give me a push. Now I'm going to give him a push. Much better every time. You guys see what's happening? Okay? So I get my hips back, get to my base. And then as you get better at it, okay, then you can start pushing harder. Okay? And practice getting that good base. Now make sure you start slow and then work yourself up. Okay?
Sir.
All I'm doing is put my hands on my partner's shoulders right now. Okay? So start easy. Everybody stand up real fast? Alright, let's practice that good base. Ready to go. Is the bully gonna care about pushing you too hard?
No.
They're not gonna care. Okay? Now, my job is to get you ready for that. Right? But you did a really good job. Because at first, you were trying to fight it. You were trying to not move your feet. Okay? One thing about being a good martial artist is that you know how to move your feet. Okay? Doesn't mean that you're super strong. Okay? You guys know the story of the power breaking. I was like 16. I got second place in the power breaking competition. Broke 2 blacks and a blue board put together. But the winner broke 2 blacks and a brown board put together. And he was the smallest person in the division. Okay? So it's not about being the biggest and the strongest. It's about being the smartest, okay? And knowing how to use your footwork and your technique, okay? So watch Pi. She's doing a good job of finally moving her feet back. Ah, there you go.
Nice.
That's all it is. Don't try to fight it. There you go with it. One more time. Let's give her a hand. Good job. Okay? All right. Now, Mr. Ferris. Okay, now guys, we're going to do a technique that is it's a wrist lock. Again, we've been working the wrist locks. All wrist locks need to be done extremely slow because the wrist is very weak. Okay, so you need to go extremely slow when you do this one. So this time, if somebody puts their hands on you, okay, and let's just do one hand, just to make it simple for it. So he goes to put one hand, okay? All right, so from here, what I'm gonna do, first thing I'm gonna do is if he puts his hand on me, I'm gonna keep his hand, okay? I don't want him to get it back, okay? Now, I'm on my toes, right? Because he's pushing me, okay? My other hand is gonna go right behind his elbow, okay? I do need his arm a little bit bent, okay? He's probably not going to push me like this with straight arms, okay? So as he's starting to push, I'm on my toes, I grab, I go behind his elbow. Now look what I do with my elbow. Bring it in. My other hand goes to the back of the elbow, and now his arm is trapped. He can try to push and pull. And I'm going to say with it no matter. I'm going to say with it no matter what. Now I'm not going to look at him here because he has the other hand. So I'm going to look away, okay? And I'm going to step in, and there's the wrist lock. Look how slow I did. And he's tapping me to let me know to stop. Did we see that? Okay? So let's go over that. We're going to watch it 2 more times, and then we're going to go practice. Slow motion, and this is how you guys are going to practice. He's going to push, get my hips back, secure, and I'm reaching across my body to secure because I want the outside hand to secure the elbow. Both hands now behind the elbow, elbows together. I'm weaker out here, stronger here. And now I step, I'm looking away from his other hand, and now when I step forward, I pull the hands in, and there's the wrist lock. One more time. Base, secure, grab, wrist lock. Okay, and then one time, in real time, someone's pushing, boom, and you break. Okay, but we're gonna go super slow motion. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and begin.